Why should we care about a handful of remote, sparsely populated islands? In a world of loud headlines, it's easy to overlook the quiet places. Yet, history often turns not on the grand stage, but in the forgotten corners of the map. The Dahlak Archipelago, off Eritrea's coast, is one such place, rarely in the news, but sitting at a crossroads of global commerce and military ambition. For centuries, these islands have been a silent prize, sought after by empires who recognize their unmatched strategic position. Today, as the Red Sea becomes a theater of competition, the fate of these islands is more relevant than ever. The world's major powers know that whoever has a foothold here can influence global trade, project military force, and gather critical intelligence. We'll uncover the long history of foreign control and the strategic dilemma facing Eritrea today. The future of these islands will reveal much about the shifting balance of power in the 21st century. The Dahlak Archipelago lies in the southern Red Sea, near Eritrea's main port of Massawa, a collection of over 100 islands, most uninhabited and untouched by modern development. Only a few larger islands support small communities, where life is shaped by the sea and a deep sense of isolation. This is not a place of cities or industry. It's a stark, beautiful world defined by turquoise waters and sparse vegetation. For centuries, fishing and pearl diving have been the main livelihoods. The island's obscurity is part of their character. They've always been a periphery, valued by outsiders for their location, not resources. Lacking fresh water and arable land, they were never destined to become a self-sustaining power. Their worth lies in geography, a secret whispered among empires and naval strategists. Today, the world still overlooks the Dahlak Islands, missing their true asset, location. In geopolitics, location is everything, and here it makes these islands one of the most strategically valuable territories on Earth. Their quiet existence hides a power that's about to become very important. The Dahlak Archipelago's true power comes from its proximity to the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, a narrow waterway connecting the Red Sea to the Indian Ocean. Every day, a significant portion of global trade passes through this strait: oil, gas, and goods from Asia to Europe and the Americas. Any disruption here would send shockwaves through international markets. The Dahlak Islands overlook the northern approaches to this choke point, making them a strategic vantage point. From these islands, a naval or air presence could monitor or even interdict maritime traffic. An island base is less vulnerable than a mainland port and offers a discrete platform for surveillance and power projection. For any power seeking to control the Red Sea, the Dahlak Islands are the perfect tool. The Red Sea is a corridor for naval deployments, connecting the Mediterranean to the Indo-Pacific. Control here means influence over both warships and cargo ships. The Dahlak Islands are not just near a trade route, they're at the heart of a global security nexus. The Dahlak Archipelago's history is shaped by foreign ambitions. Ancient traders, Islamic sultanates, and later the Ottomans all recognized the island's strategic value. The Ottomans held them for over 3 centuries, countering Portuguese influence and securing their southern flank. In the 19th century, control passed to Egypt, then to Italy, which used the islands as a penal colony and naval base. Each new master understood to control the coast, you needed the islands. During the Cold War, the Soviets established a naval facility on Dahlak Kabir, projecting power into the Indian Ocean. Only with Eritrea's independence in 1993 did the islands come under local sovereignty. But the legacy of outside rule left a deep suspicion of foreign intentions and a fierce commitment to national sovereignty. This living memory shapes Eritrea's approach to the islands and its wary relationships with the world. Eritrea's legal sovereignty over the Dahlak Archipelago is undisputed, a source of national pride for a country that fought hard for independence. The government has historically rejected foreign military bases, determined to guard its autonomy. But real control at sea requires more than legal documents. It demands resources, a capable navy, and constant vigilance. Eritrea, with limited means, struggles to fully monitor and defend the archipelago. This gap between legal ownership and practical capability is the heart of the Dahlak dilemma. Powerful nations see the islands as a strategic vacuum, offering partnerships or investments in exchange for access. Such offers are tempting for a government seeking development, but they come with strings attached. Eritrea holds the title deeds, but real power may belong to whoever can place ships and sensors there. The challenge: translate sovereignty into tangible control without surrendering autonomy. The stakes are high in this critical corner of the world. The Red Sea is now one of the world's most crowded and contested maritime spaces, and the Dahlak Archipelago is under close watch. Israel sees the Red Sea as vital for trade and security, monitoring the region for threats. Gulf states like Saudi Arabia and the UAE view the area as their strategic backyard, investing in naval power to secure their interests. For them, a friendly presence on Dahlak is an opportunity, a hostile one, a threat. Russia seeks a naval foothold, echoing its Cold War strategy, while China has already established a base in Djibouti and eyes the islands for its maritime Silk Road. These overlapping interests create a tense environment. Eritrea denies hosting foreign bases, but the logic for outside powers is clear. The competition for influence is waged through diplomacy, intelligence, and naval maneuvering. The waters around Dahlak are a silent battleground. Eritrea faces a strategic crossroads, balancing self-reliance against the temptations of global geopolitics. Its policy of strict neutrality has preserved independence, but in a militarized Red Sea, this stance is harder to maintain. Refusing foreign bases keeps Eritrea in control, but limits investment and security assistance. The pressures to engage with outside powers are immense. Partnerships could bring investment and technology, but risk eroding sovereignty. The dilemma: how to leverage the value of the Dahlak Archipelago without losing control. Every negotiation is a balancing act between short-term gains and long-term independence. The choice Eritrea makes will shape not just the island's future, but its place in the new geopolitical order. There are no easy answers. The world is watching, even if quietly. Three futures emerge for the Dahlak Archipelago, each with profound implications. First, limited cooperation. Eritrea resists permanent foreign bases, but allows specific partnerships, gaining benefits while maintaining autonomy. Second, independent development. Eritrea rejects all foreign military access, slowly building its own capacity to control the islands. This path is difficult, but it's the purest expression of sovereignty. Third, forced alignment. Rising competition could push Eritrea to grant a major power a full-fledged base in exchange for security and aid, making the islands a flashpoint. The fate of the Dahlak Archipelago is a reminder. The world's quiet places can hold the keys to global power. Eritrea's navigation of international rivalry will decide if the islands remain a symbol of independence or return to being pawns of outsiders. The world may not be watching Dahlak now, but decisions here will echo far beyond the Red Sea. In the quiet, history turns.